So hi everyone, I welcome you all to the second part of the Spyder window. Okay, so here we are going to look into the much important functions that can be carried out in the Spyder. So in the earlier lecture we basically studied uh, how to create a directory path, and then we also learned how to create a new file, save a new file. What are the three major windows in there? There is a script window, console window, and then you have a variable explorer. So these are some of the basic things that we studied in our last lecture. Now here we are going to study some important things that we can do with the Spyder software. Okay, so what is that we are going to see in this particular lecture? The first thing we are going to see is how to execute a Python file. Then we are going to see how to execute a particular line of a command. Then how do we add comments in this particular in this particular software, and then we are also going to see how we can reset and clear the contents in a console. Okay, so if you see regarding the file execution, there are two different methods of file execution. One is by clicking on this particular icon, we can actually run the full code. Okay, and then there is this particular icon. By clicking on this, we can run the selected line of command. Okay, we will see that how that can be done. Okay, so this is just the example that they are showing how we can actually run it. Okay, here they are running a particular variable, that is they have defined a is equal to 14, so they are running that. So that is why you see in the console output it is only showing a is equal to 14. Then they have tried to run just b is equal to a into 10, so that has come, and then finally the print output. Okay, so next is commenting the script file, but before we go into that, I'll show you how to actually run the entire code and how to run a single line of command also. Okay, so we have, I'll just comment this is for the next part, just a minute. Okay, now this is commented. Now you see here I have these two operations running on this particular script file. Now if I don't select anything and I just click on this particular run file, you see I'm getting both the outputs. One is 12 and 20, the other one is 25. Okay, because 12 plus 13 is 25, I'm getting that output. Then 12 and 120, that is print a comma b is 12 and 120, that also I'm getting. But what if I want to just run a particular set of instructions? Okay, so I will just select this and click on this icon, run selection. Now when I click on this, you see that list of commands will be highlighted here, and then its output also will be shown here. Okay, so this is how you run all the instructions in a particular script file, and then you also have an option in this particular Spyder IDE environment where you can run the selected line of command. Okay, now next is how to actually comment a particular script file. There are two methods. One is manual method, and that is for only commenting single line, and then there is multiple lines, how to comment it. Okay, we will see both the option. Whenever you want to go with multiple lines, you can just select all the lines and press Ctrl+1. Okay, so we will see how this can be done. Just a minute. Now you see I want to make sure that this entire instruction is commented and it is not interrupting my script when I am trying to run this 3 lines of code. Okay, so what I will do is I will select all these lines, and from my keyboard I will press Ctrl+1. Okay, Ctrl+1, and all these lines will get commented. Okay, so now if I run, only these 3 lines will get executed. Now just in case if I want to uncomment it, how can I uncomment it? Again select all this, go to the edit option and click on uncomment. Now this is uncommented. Okay, so this is how you can comment and uncomment a particular line of code. Okay, so if you want to manually comment a single line, just click shift plus hash, it will get commented. But sometimes what happens, whenever you want to comment all the different instructions together, you select it and press Ctrl+I, it will get commented. And then if you want to uncomment it all together, select all, go to edit and press on click on comment or uncomment. Now it is again uncommented. Okay, so this is the next task that we can do in the Spyder environment. Okay, the next topic is to clear a console or an environment. Okay, so what happens sometimes when you run multiple lines of codes again and again, your console gets overcrowded, and if you want to clear the console, okay, so the command that you have to give is %clear. If you give %clear in the console window, your complete console will get cleared. Now we will see how that is done. So now you see here I have lot of things on my console window. This is my console window here. You see here I have so many things in my console window. So how do I clear this? I'll just click Shift %clear. Okay, and then press enter. You see everything is cleared. There is nothing in my console window. So this is how you clear your console window. I will show it once again. Okay, so these are my codes that I've written in the script file. Just for example, I'll run it. Okay, so you see these many outputs I have got. Now again I'll click on Shift %clear. Now I'll press enter. Now everything is clear. Okay, this is the first thing. And the next thing is, what happens is, if I want to delete any variable, what I can do is I'll press Shift, I'll just press del space followed by the variable that I want to delete. I'll just click on B. So what will happen, you see my B variable will get deleted. If I again press delete plus A, then my A variable will get deleted. Okay, so next thing what I can do is that if I want to delete all the variables together, okay, rather than deleting one after the other variable, you see this particular icon, remove all the variables. If I click on this, it will ask me, a pop-up window will come and it will ask all the user defined variable will be removed. So I'll click on yes and see everything is gone. Okay, here it will show you also removing all the variables. Now if I again run this particular line of commands, again I'll get the output here. Okay, so this is how you delete a particular variable, and if you run again, it will again show it here. And you see the content here. When I try to execute this, I can see that the type is list. Okay, and what is the size and what are the contents in that particular list, that also it will show. So this is regarding the instructions for clearing the console window. And then you can see here how I can remove a particular variable, and then how I can remove all the variables together, okay, by selecting this particular eraser. Okay, and how to check the basic libraries in Python, that also I will show. This is the last topic in the basic introduction to the Spyder window. So whenever you want to import any of the modules, okay, or the libraries into Spyder, you have to type a command called as import followed by name of the library. For example, I am importing here import pandas, and then I have to type content is equal to dir, open the bracket, pandas, close the bracket, then print the content in this particular directory. So if I run this, you see here, if I run this, I will get all the sub libraries that are there inside the library pandas. I will get all those things. Okay, this is one thing. And the next thing is, if you go to the help window, here you get an object. If you type pandas.library, then some of the parameters that are there inside that will also be revealed. For example, I'll show you again here, panda pandas. Okay, so you have, see here, once you type pandas, it will show you a powerful data analysis and manipulation library for Python. This is basically like a PDF file which explains about that that particular library. Okay, what it can do, actually it will explain you. Then if I type dot library, it will, okay, one second, something is wrong. So I think it is not coming, but we can check with numpy, numpy dot library. Yeah, when I type numpy dot library, I will get all the different type of handling that I can do, all the details regarding the numpy and the sub libraries that are present inside that. So this is how you actually check the sub libraries of a particular module that you have just installed. Okay, so this was, I guess, the last part of this introduction topic. So we are done with importing any particular library we want, and then checking the sub libraries also. Here the command is given, see, numpy dot library in the object window. And what is the summary for this particular lecture? We have seen how we can execute a particular script file, that is as a whole command and then also individual command. Okay, then commenting of lines, single line also we have seen, and multiple lines also we have seen, and the shortcut is what? Control+1. And then clearing the console and environment, percentage clear. And we have also seen how we can delete a variable, delete del followed by the variable name. Then if we want to reset, complete, erase everything, all the library contents, we can press percentage reset. It will reset all the datas. And if we go to the variable window and click on the eraser, it will again erase all the libraries together. Okay, so once again we can check the reset option also here. So if I click on percentage reset, so it will ask me yes or Y prompt. I will press on Y and I'll click on yes. Okay, so it will reset all the variables. So here it is empty. Once again I will show you. Now I have some of the contents here, and if I press on percentage reset and click on enter, it will ask me prompt. I will click yes and press enter. See, everything is cleared now. Okay, so this is how you clear the all the variable data that is there. Okay, so this will end our lecture on the basic introduction to the Spyder window. In the next coming lecture, we will study about the variables and the operators